guys, so today is strength day. What you're going to do is you're going to be in this configuration. You're going to be in your anchored system, all right? We want to have the extenders coming off with the pair of yellow bands and the pair of blue bands hooked up. I want the handles hooked into the yellow bands, all right? So is that clear? I need the other half of your staff off to the side. I need your red band off to the side and your wheel ready to go. That's the configuration for today. All right, before we start strength, I want to get the blood flowing. I want to make sure that you got 1 to 2 degrees more warmth in your body. You feel like those joints are ready to go. So we're going to just do a little jumping around. There are innumerable ways to warm up. It doesn't really matter. All you're trying to do is raise your body temperature. For our purposes today, we're going to start a little jump rope, okay? So we want the arms and the feet moving, all right? So we're just going to keep those arms moving. We can do singles, we can do doubles, right? We can do singles, okay? Just keep it moving. If you feel like doing something else, you want to like throw a few punches, Make sure you set those feet before you punch, okay? But just keep everything moving, all right? Let's throw a few punches at each other. Come on, I got you, all right? Come on, sucker. All right, so let's do a little bit more jump rope. Just get warm. You're going to start to feel a little bit of sweat brow. Okay, so just get to that position. What we can do here is if you feel like it, you feel like you can do it, let's drop into some squats and jump. Okay, boom. Yeah, that's going to get us real warm. Get that core temperature up, get the blood flowing, get the joints flowing. We're going to swing those arms a little bit. All right, keep those feet moving while we're swinging those arms. All right, swing them open, keep dancing, keep moving. All right, how's that feel? Feel a little bit warmer? Got our breath going a little bit? All right, we're ready to rock. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to prepare the body. We want to do our little prep work, okay? So we're going to get into a laying position on our backs. We're going to be in this position right here, okay? What I want to teach you guys how to do is to find neutral spine, okay? So our knees are bent, our feet are on the floor, and our hands are at our sides. And all I want you to do is push that lower back into the floor hard as you can. Feel that lower back pressing. Don't lift your pelvis off the floor. Keep your butt, your glutes in contact, okay? Palms are down, shoulders are backing down, and then you're gonna extend that spine as hard as you can. Really try to arch that back, okay? And then come back into that rolled position, tuck that back in, push it into the floor. We're gonna do that about 3 or 4 times. Extension, flexion. Extension, that's what it's called, flexion. All right, one more time, big hard flex, big hard push, and then what we're gonna do is just let everything drop, all right? From that position, that is neutral spine, that halfway point in between that full extension and that full flexion of the spine. Your abdominals then want to contract. As Kristen says, pull that belly button in toward your spine. Squeeze those abdominals, maintain that little bit of space between your lower back and the floor. That is neutral spine, okay? Now we're gonna do a little bit of shoulder rotation. And the reason we're doing this is to, 1, get the shoulder girdle kind of warm and ready to go for the workout, but 2, work on maintaining that neutral spine position that we just found and never let it go, okay? So I'm only gonna take that reach back with my thumbs up toward the ceiling at the start, as far as I can go without actually having to allow my spine to extend to get my thumb to the floor. It does not matter how much or how little you can do. If you stop right here, that's fine, but always maintain neutral spine, stomach tight, hips down, shoulders down, okay? I'm gonna do about 3 or 4 more of those. Just keep that neutral spine, keep that stomach tight. So this is the position you want to be in 99% of the time, unless otherwise instructed. We always want to be in neutral spine. It is the most efficient place to be when you're training or when you're walking around town, okay? So here we go. What we're going to do now is we're going to extend our legs out with our feet, what's called dorsiflex. We're going to pull the top of our foot towards us so toes are flexed this way. That's called dorsiflexion. Again, we're trying to now straighten out our legs. Our palms are down, and we want to keep the neutral spine, all right? Once we do that, we're just going to try to raise that leg up nice and straight. Now notice, I could do this, I could get a big roll out of this if I wanted to, if I pushed that and let that neutral spine break down. I don't want to do that, all right? So I'm just going to raise it as high as I can without losing neutral spine. Shoulders are backing down, stomach is 20% contracted, and the hips are coming up, okay? We're just going to do about 4 or 5 of those. Get those hips kind of moving, get a little bit of blood in there. One more time, each side. Keep breathing, guys. Breathing is important, not only in Pilates, but in everything. Actually, keeps us walking around, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna have you come up, and I'm gonna have you come to a split kneeling position. This is called a split kneel, all right? A split kneeling position, we want real good angles. We always wanna feel like our knee is directly under our hip, our knee is bent at 90 degrees, and it's in line. It's not out here like this, okay? It'll make me fall over, not inside like this. We want really good alignment in our joints, okay? This hip's coming out. Now I'm gonna have you take this foot out and that heel slightly past 90 degrees, but I do want a good angle here. The reason I'm gonna do this is because, again, we're going to just tilt that pelvis a couple of times, reset our neutral spine, contract the abdominals, and then what I want you to do is I want you to reach up toward the ceiling and then press into that forward leg. Come back out, lower your hands. We're gonna do this 3 or 4 times. Reach up, keep those shoulders down, press into that forward leg. You should feel a nice bit of stretch here. You should not feel your spine arching. You shouldn't be reaching this way. Okay, you wanna push into that forward leg, but maintain neutral spine. Okay, let's do it one more time. Nice reach overhead, nice long straight arms. Really try to get those biceps up by your ears. Let's switch to the other leg. Biceps, that's your bicep, just in case you didn't know that. I'm sure you did. Okay, you ready? All right, one more time. Nice angles, knee directly under your right knee is directly under your hip. Your left foot, your left knee is coming straight out from your body. Left foot slightly forward at 90 degrees. And now we're gonna reach up, push, maintain that neutral spine. Keep that stomach tight, okay? You can also think about tightening those glutes, the glutes, okay? The butt muscles right there. Tighten those up a little bit, tighten your abdominals, and you're gonna find that spine is just gonna really lock into position, all right? We're gonna push in, reach up, then we're gonna reach up and push in, okay? Doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you do it right. I do about 95% of the time, maybe 75. All right, one more time, okay? And now we're done with the split kneel position, okay? So what we wanna do next is we're gonna take from a standing position, I'm gonna go ahead and stand sideways, and we're gonna learn how to do hip hinge, okay? So the hip hinge is gonna look like this. Let's work on finding neutral spine one more time, just a couple reps, okay? So you can see it from a standing position, it'll look a little different to you. But I'm just gonna roll that pelvis underneath, and I'm gonna tilt that pelvis back. You'll see my lower back kind of caving, then you'll see it extending upward, kind of arching in this way, okay? So I just want to see that a couple times, and then find neutral, stomach real tight, okay? I'm gonna pull my feet apart just about shoulder width. I want to hold that contraction in the abdominals. I want to squeeze my glutes a little bit. The glutes are going to be a very good stabilizer for your hips and to help you find neutral spine. What I want you to do is place those fingers, spread them apart real wide like this, okay? Don't have them just kind of holding this. I want them covering a large area between your rib cage and your pelvic bone, okay? And you're gonna set them right in here like this. You'll set the other hand up on your chest so that if you start to cave, you're gonna feel, okay? You're gonna feel that rib cage moving down towards your pelvis. You wanna keep that that length right there. And then I'm gonna have you push that hip back, okay? This is hip hinge, all right? Later on in life, we're gonna learn how to deadlift, you guys, and you're gonna love it. But right now, we're gonna learn how to hip hinge, okay? It's very important that we feel a back and a through motion. A hip hinge is a back and through motion. It's not an up and down motion. We don't want to be doing this, okay? What we're trying to do is maintain neutral spine and drive that hip back and forward. Keep it moving. 6, 8 more reps. Let's go. Inhale, exhale. Big inhale, exhale. What's the air do? What's the breath do as we inhale? It helps fill up the lungs, it helps keep that rib cage up, helps keep that neutral spine and the trunk tight, secure. Okay, gives us a good position anytime we're doing any kind of athletic training or again, just walking around, all right? After the hip hinge, now we're just gonna take it all down, we're gonna relax. We're gonna let that spine do whatever it's gonna do. We're gonna do a little toe touch. So we're gonna raise those hands up real high. Now the spine can break down. There's no load, so there's no reason to worry. We can allow that spine to just come and fall in. What I want you to do is I want you to find the point where everything stops. And then I'm gonna have you just push. 1, 2, come up and out. Reach up, okay? Let everything drop out. Stop from stopping point. 1, 2, bring it back up. Reach, stomach nice and tight. I'm gonna do it towards you just for one, okay? Let everything drop down. Get to here, 1, 2, reach up. Let's do 2 more, okay? Reach down, let everything break down. Let it all go. Doesn't matter what the spine does, push into it, okay? So anytime we're starting a routine, we are not going to do static, long stretches, okay? That is a signal to the muscle to stop contracting. What we want to do is we want to get that muscle ready to fire, ready to work. So what we do is we do what we call dynamic stretching, okay? That's when we kind of do a short burst of a stretch, push and out, okay? That's what we're doing when we're doing that. All right, we're still in prep. What we're going to do now is we're going to come and we're going to get onto our anchor, all right? And I want you to get into a seated position. Now again, if you cannot get your hips kind of underneath you and kind of keep a neutral spine while you're in this seated position, get your hips up off the floor a little bit. However you want to do it, with a pillow, with a yoga block, whatever you want it to be. So you can kind of hold and maintain that neutral spine position. Pretty important, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull these straps off until they're at kind of just barely to tension, okay? This is not a movement where we're trying to derive any strength or much resistance at all, okay? What we want to do is one of the most fragile joints, I would say, or the most vulnerable joints in your body, in my mind, is your shoulder joint. It's a really complex, kind of ill-designed joint, but it does a lot of cool things. I mean, it is the only joint that can move in all the different directions that it does. So we want to keep that joint safe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little movement. You're going to do this every time you do strength, and you should do it on a daily basis if you want to, but it's called TYW, okay? So again, there should be very little tension. If you only go to here, that's fine. If you only go to here, that's fine. What we're trying to do is we're getting those small muscles in the shoulder girdle nice and warm, prepped to train, okay? So this is the T portion. I keep my rib cage up. My spine is as neutral as I can get it anyway, and I'm just pulling that back gently, only as far as I feel like I can. I'm not trying to force it back. I'm not trying to get it anywhere past, you know, that stopped resistance position, okay? So we're gonna do about 8 or 10 reps, which we've probably already done. Now we're gonna bring the back of our hands up, and we're gonna go up into a Y position. And again, it's a small movement, okay? If the bands are longer and they have a little less resistance, you'll be able to move through a longer range of motion, but it doesn't matter. You are going to feel this shoulder joint is starting to burn, and it'll burn quite a lot, which is a good thing. You're getting a lot of blood flow. You're really getting that joint loosened up, okay? Now we're gonna go to W. So we're gonna pull those elbows straight back. This is an important one and one people get wrong quite a lot, okay? So when you pull those elbows back, I want them 90 degrees from your torso. I want the elbows hinged at 90 degrees. They never leave that position. Then from there, we are going to externally rotate our hands up. So you see that my elbow does not move down into this position. My hands go up, okay? This is called external rotation. You can do your YTW with no resistance at all. You will still get a burn. So let's pull this back into position, and we're gonna go 10 reps in the W position, okay? 2. If I move my elbows down, excuse me, I'm not perfect. All right, what we're gonna do, now we're gonna back off of this a little bit more, so we got quite a bit of tension. If you want more help, the blue band has a little more resistance. You can either unhook the yellow and hook in the blue, or just hook in the blue and the yellow to these handles, however you want to do it. That's why we have them there, okay? To create more resistance or to lessen the resistance, however we want. make sure you go at the level that you feel comfortable, the level of resistance that you feel that you can use and manage easily. None of this should be hard to do, okay? You should always be able to maintain form. All right, so let's go into the assisted roll-up. We're just gonna lay back, okay? As Kristen would say, one vertebrae at a time. Roll it up. Allow this band to just pull you into position, and you're gonna roll all the way forward. And then you're just gonna come back down, and you're gonna allow that band to help you roll those shoulders back into position. Once we've rolled them forward, roll them back, so we got neutral spine again at the bottom, okay? We're just gonna do this 3 or 4 times. It's just kind of fun. Gets us relaxed before we start the real work. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Let it go, breathe, relax. And as they say in the military, aim, slack, squeeze. All right, we're gonna put that down. Okay, now what we're gonna do here is we are going to get set up for the strength portion of our workout. I personally am going to add this band. I just like to have it there to give me a little added resistance. If you are just starting strength, start with the yellow, okay? If it's really super easy, go ahead and then go to the blue, okay? And then you can go to the blue and the yellow. So strength is all about building, okay? It's all about building up to and being able to add resistance as time goes on. I want you to do that, but I want to make sure that you can do it well. All right, doing it well, doing it properly is much more important than just getting it done, all right? You're not going to gain strength through forcing anything. You are only going to gain strength through doing clean, good reps. So when you do a rep and you feel like that last rep, you're starting to struggle with it through, you're done, because you are not adding strength, you are not adding anything to that workout, you're done, okay? Every rep should be, what we like to say in my world is finish as strong as you started, okay? You should always finish your set as strong as you started it, all right? So the first thing we're gonna do, here we go with the workout. We're gonna do roll out row, okay? I'm gonna be in this position. So what we're gonna do is, this is a heavy back strength movement. We're gonna take this back as far as we can. And again, please, if you don't feel like double bands is your thing, and it probably won't be, let's go to the yellow bands. We start with the yellow, we go to the blue, then we go to yellow blue, okay? Right now, we're gonna start in this neutral spine position. Stomach's tight, rib cage is up, shoulders back and down, right? And we're just gonna take and we're gonna allow this to pull us all the way through. Nice long stretch in that back. We're gonna retract the shoulders and we're gonna drive it up into the rib cage. Low rib cage, we're rowing in just like we're rowing a boat, but in a really good postural position. Big inhale, exhale, drive. Big inhale, okay? We're doing this for 10 reps. I think we got 5 left. Again, like Kristen, I don't know how to count either. So who knows how long we'll be there. But it feels good. All right, let's go one more time. All right, nice. Okay, now we're gonna keep the tension. We're just gonna keep it slid out right at tension, okay? We're gonna come around, we're going into a leg press position, all right? Our leg press position looks like this. We're gonna step over and sit down. Now, if you don't feel like you can step over and sit down, and then put your feet over the top, okay? So pretty self-explanatory. We're gonna try to push this away with us. We're gonna hold it with our hands a little bit as we roll down and set 1 foot at a time on this, okay? So that we have tension on the bands. We can start from this position, but for my money, I'm gonna take it out a little further, see if I can challenge myself a little bit, all right? So, in the heel pocket, as we described earlier, put the bar into your heel pocket, okay? Have tension on the bar, feet at shoulder width, knees are shoulder width, okay? We don't want, for our purposes in this particular exercise, the knees are not in, they're not out, they're gonna be right over the tops of our feet. Palms are down, shoulders are back and down, again, neutral spine. Big inhale, lift that butt up in the air and drive. Exhale, boom, big inhale. Okay, this isn't hard enough, take it out a little further. If it's too hard, bring it back in a little bit, okay? We wanna make sure we're getting nice, efficient work doable work. We're not struggling, okay? Holding those hips up. When you hit the top, squeeze the glute consciously. Don't just let this hang out up here and let that hip drop. See how that hip kind of dropped a little bit? Squeeze my glute, boom, I'm in position. Drive it out, okay? Drive it out. You are going to feel the glutes working, the hamstrings working, the quadriceps working, everything's working here, all right? I have no idea how many reps I just did, so I have no idea how many reps you just did, but I think we're done with that exercise, all right? So we're gonna come on up, we're gonna rotate around, we're gonna come to this position. Again, we're gonna walk it out to tension. We're gonna set our chest right over the top. I'm gonna take a nice deep grip, right into that bar. The wrist is going right into the foot bar. I'm gonna just drop my chest into it so I'm nice and safe. My heels are back, my butt, excuse me, is back on my heels. I'm gonna drop my elbows into my body, and from this position right here, I'm just gonna press. Simple, right? Easy peasy, let's go. Squeeze the lemons, push it out. Big inhale. Okay, if you see me out of position, call me and correct me, please. All right, if you're out of position, reposition. Okay, get your shoulders back and down, get your neutral spine, keep your stomach tight no matter where you are. Okay, I think that's about 10, all right? Let's take it back and bring it back up, okay? The last exercise in our series, then we're going around 2 more times, guys. Looks like this, all right? We are going to do first round, I'm gonna do an assisted rollout. Second round, I'm gonna make it a little harder. I'm gonna do a resisted rollout. You do whichever you feel most comfortable, okay? Remember, most comfortable, be comfortable. Feel like you can do it. Don't feel like you're struggling with it. Okay, reverse rollout. Remember, we talked earlier about screwing that back down. Shoulders back and down, stomach nice and tight, right? Hinge from the hip. Take that bar deep in the palm, thumb over the top. Take it just out to resistance. Now, I'm gonna have to actually unhook. It's too much, that's a little too much assistance for me. So I'm going to take these blue bands off and I'll put them back on right after I get done. Okay, so we're gonna set the position, screw that back down, take it out. Okay, how far can you go? This far? That's fine, I don't care. Just make sure that those arms are tied into the back, all right? Moving efficiently, stomach is tight. The upper back may round a little bit at the top, but just make sure you reset each repetition, okay? That is a natural position for your back to be in a rollout position. 2 more. 1 more. Okay? Rock and roll. Back into my little bit more resistance there. And back to 1. What is 1? Roll out row. Yeah. All right. You ready? All right, let's bring it back as far back as we can. I know we're not moving too slow, guys, because I want to keep working, okay? It should be work. Shouldn't be easy, but it should be doable. Shoulders are back and down. Let it pull you through. Reset those shoulders. Boom, row it in. Okay, row it in. You don't need me to talk. Turn on your music, hang out, watch me do it. I think you know how by this time. 2, 1, all right. Let's put it back to the leg press. You ready, guys? Set your heels, your butt right at the bar, okay? Get tension. If it's not enough, walk it out a little bit. Palms down, bar in the hip, in the heel pocket. Okay, we're gonna lift that hip up a little bit, stomach tight, press. Big inhale. You don't have to breathe hard. You don't have to inhale and exhale and let everybody in the neighborhood know you're breathing, but you just need to breathe. What I don't want to see is, okay, we don't want to hold our breath through any movement. If we're holding our breath, that means tension. Tension means we are struggling. We do not want to struggle with these movements. We want to be able to get through the movements, okay? We are back to our shoulder press, okay? All right, here we go. Walk into tension. Take as much as you want. Deep in the palms, shoulders back and down, elbows in. Let's press. Big inhale. I can hear iron clanging back there. Kind of works, doesn't it? 2 more, 1 more. All right, nice work. Okay, we're gonna go the rollout. You guys stay here. Some of you may want to follow me. I'm gonna come over here. Okay, I don't even know if I can do this. I'm gonna give it a try. If I can't do it, I'm going back to the other side. Or I'm gonna loosen it up, okay? A little bit of tension, okay? I like to cross my ankles, bring my feet up, make sure I re-engage that back. On this, the back needs to be tight, okay? That back needs to be screwed down. I need to feel like those shoulders are sucked into my body. I do not want that shoulder coming out and away from my body as I'm extending forward. It's pretty important, especially on something like this, okay? Safety, safety, screw it down, set that back. You ready? Oh, that's not close enough. Back it up, all right. Reset, get out of position, reset. How many's that? 5, 6. Keep going. 2, 1. Oh, geez. That was kind of difficult. Okay. All right, guys, back, last round. You ready? We're gonna go the rollout row. Bring it back as far as you can. All right, I'm getting tired. I don't know about you, but I'm tired. Okay, let's take it out. Nice, long, good stretch. Drive it back in, boom. No struggle, all breathing. Breathing. Big inhale, drive it in. Inhale, drive it in. Okay, I can talk, so therefore, I'm not struggling, am I? Okay, 1 more time, 2. 1 more time, 1. Ay, ay, ay. Glad that one's done. Okay, back to leg press. Is this getting too cardio-like? Take a break, hit the pause button. If you want to keep going, let's keep going, all right? Let's get this done. Okay, again, leg press. Moving it into tension. Get as much tension as you like. I like a little more than I got here, so I'm gonna move it down. All right, we good? We good? Everybody good to go? Shoulder width apart, knees open, palms down, hips up. Lock off those glutes, lock off those glutes. Stomach tight, ready, go. Boom. Inhale, exhale, drive. Drive, drive, drive. Keep it moving. Keep those glutes locked. Keep that neutral spine. Don't start breaking down. I know a lot of you are right here right now, okay? Now, if you can't keep the hips up, that's fine, but drop them all the way to the floor then. I do not want to see the hips kind of in this rolled up position, okay? Either the hips are high and driving, the glutes are involved, or they are not involved at all, okay? Well, they're still involved, but not as heavily, all right? So let's do it your way, but do it the correct way. Stomach is tight. I have no idea. I think I did about 30 reps right there. That's okay, all right? Let's keep moving, all right? We're gonna go the shoulder press. Okay, last one here, walk it out. Let's get some tension on this sucker. Let's work, all right? You guys ready? Drop your chest down right into the bar. Hands are deep, elbows are in, chin is down, drive it out. Neutral spine, keep moving. Beauty, that was easy, easy peasy. I gotta stop saying that, that's such a silly term. All right, come on, let's go back to work here. Walk it back, I'm gonna get some more tension on this. I'm gonna make it hard for the last one, why not, right? It's actually not the last movement, we got more to do, guys. It's the last movement here, okay? Ready? Screw those elbows down, back engaged, all the way out. Oh, I got too much, I need more tension. There we go. Boom, re-screw those elbows down, make sure those shoulders are into your body. If you can't go out this far, go out a little bit. If you need assistance, use assistance. How many reps is that? I have no idea. My back is burning like crazy, so I'm gonna call it a day on that one, okay? All right, that is it for that portion of strength. We're gonna go into a little different configuration, all right? So what we're gonna do is just come down here to your anchor strap, the anchor strap itself, and leave the carabiner on the strap and unhook the whole thing, all right? We're just gonna grab this and we're gonna move it out of the way. Then we're gonna take the bottom half of our anchor and we're gonna disengage it from the wheel assembly. Then we're gonna screw our staff together, okay? Pretty easy, pretty simple. I love how this thing works. It's really cool, okay? Now we're gonna bring it, we're gonna look at it, we'll make sure it's nice and tight, make sure these tabs all line up pretty well, okay? Now, this is the top, in case you didn't know that, okay? We're gonna hold on to the top, and we're gonna hook the bottom. Whoops, what am I doing? Like I'm gonna pull that away. All right, I'm gonna take your long red band, the heavy band, all right, guys? And we're gonna hook that to our anchor system, and then we're gonna hook that to the low portion of our staff, okay? I'm gonna walk out here until I got a nice bit of tension. Now, we're gonna do a couple of movements, and we can take a breather here. Take a second, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna do a couple of movements, very functional, very much about maintaining neutral spine and using the hip hinge, right? But what you guys would call the core, very core centric, okay? We're gonna, and what is the core? Let's talk about what that is. The core starts here at the point of the hip. The core ends here at the top of the shoulders. Basically, it is your entire torso, upper body, okay? So what we want to do is we want to keep that real stable through this, all right? Okay, so we're going to walk this back. So we got the tension that works for you, all right? It's just whatever works for you. If you need to be in here, have it be a little easier, be a little easier. If you need to mitigate your range of motion, please mitigate your range of motion. Do what you need to do to make it work properly. But what I don't want to see, spine breakdown. I don't want to see the hips not moving. I want to see active hips, neutral spine. I'm going to show you what that looks like. First thing we're going to do is we're going to row a boat. How easy is that, right? So when we row a boat, we actually want to go somewhere. We want to make that boat move, right? So we got to keep that oar in the water. We got to get as much water as we can. So we're going to drop our hips down, neutral spine. We're going to reach in, arms both extended way forward and across our body, okay? Right hand is down. We're on the right side of our body. Reach and dig. Bring it out of the water and dig. When we drop down, you notice my spine doesn't break down, but my hips drive. Hip drive, hip drive, right? Boom. Row that boat. We're not here like this. We're not making circles. We're driving that boat. Drive that boat. If you don't feel like you're going anywhere in that boat, get that oar in the water, okay? Drive it down, drive it down, drive it down, drive it down, drive it down. Two more. One more, okay? Hand position. This hand's over the top of your ball, or you can hold it this way, palm up. Bottom hand is palm down. Now, we are going to switch over and we're going to reverse the grip. This palm is down on the upside, this palm is up. We've just rowed our boat to the side of the beach, and now we're going to dig for seashells, I guess, something like that. We're going to dig a hole anyway. All right, again, now we're going to drop that hip, and on the extension, we're going to have resistance. All right, so we're going to drop down and dig. Drop down and dig, okay? Neutral spine, don't bend over. Do not bend over, drop the hips down. 2, 3, 2, 1. Drive it out. Switch. I'm getting tired, guys. Okay, ready? Ready? Go. Now, when we're digging a hole, we do not use our bottom hand alone. Watch my right elbow. It hinges fully and extends fully. We're using both sides of our body. We're driving that dig, okay? Next thing I want you to do, I want to face you guys. We're gonna hold this like we're holding a barbell right in front of our chest. And then what I want you to do is just press this across your body. Boom, press it across. Boom, press it across, okay? Drive it through, okay? If you can only go to here, just go to there, but just keep driving. Use the legs. Everything I do, everything we do in strength is whole body, all right? I'm gonna have to turn my back to you for a second. Hope you don't mind. I love you anyway. You ready? Dig, dig, drop those hips down, push, drive, 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 drive. Now I'm gonna shut up and work. We're going back to the row. Ready? 10 reps. Turn the music up. Ignore me, but watch me, okay? You don't need to listen to me talk. I'm pretty boring. Okay, 2 more. 1 more, big inhale. Keep breathing. I'm sensing some cardio in this workout. I'm not really sure, it's supposed to be called strength. Okay, come on, let's keep working. Let's keep working. We're almost finished. 2, 1. All right, great. If you need to take a break at any time. We can rest, we can stand here, we can talk to each other, have a glass of water. Okay, I'm ready to go. All right, you ready? Come on, push it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See you guys in a second. 10 reps. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo, one more round, let's go, Good work, row. This is not supposed to be cardio, so rest if you need to. I just like doing it, because then I get it over with, and I can go and eat a donut. No, I'm not gonna eat donuts, I promise. I'm not eating donuts. I don't eat donuts. I love donuts. Okay, come on, let's dig. But I still don't eat them. Why? Because I want to live to be about 107. And I think I can. All right, let's go over here. Set it down, pull it back a little bit. Let's get some resistance. Let's work, okay? Last 2 exercises. Let's work. Oh, I'm an extension there. Dang. Left and right working together. Both are working. Okay, keep your head down. Spine neutral. Rib cage up. I have no idea what that was. Okay, ready? Rib cage up. Come on. Dig and work. My legs are burning. My glutes are burning. My biceps burning. My triceps are burning. Everything's burning. My lungs are burning. All right, grab it up like a barbell. Okay, you ready? Drive across. Go to work. I'm gonna slow down. What am I doing? All right, come on. Nice and easy. Okay, focus on your form. Shoulder back and down, rib cage up, stomach tight, spine neutral. Yeah, okay, deep breath. Exhale, ready? Nice and slow. Focus on your form. Drive it through, but drive it through strong, guys, come on. Drive it through strong. Don't be weak, be strong. Finish as strong as you started. We started this workout strong, and we are finishing it strong. Yes. All right, guys. That is it for strength. Yes, that was strength. Okay. So now we're just going to cool down a little bit. I'm going to talk to you for 1 second while I'm breathing hard. And then we're going to go into what we call world's greatest stretch. And what we do when we stretch at the end of a routine, now we're going static. Now we're going to ask those muscles, stop contracting, relax, and go back to what we call stasis. Okay? We want to get the muscles back and kind of shortened up, contracting hard. We're going to take them back to stasis. Okay? So without further ado, because I can't really talk much anyway, we're going to go right foot forward, left foot back. I want you to take a real wide stance, real wide. I want that right foot as far in front of you as you can get it. You're going to take both hands and you're going to place them inside the arch of your front leg, okay? Hips are nice and long, knee is nice and long, hips are level. Try to maintain the level position of those hips and then just allow your hips to drop into the floor and breathe. We're going to hang out here for about 20 seconds. Breathe. You're going to feel the tightness, what we call the initial, I can't think of what it is, but it's the initial moment of stretch. That's kind of where you want to get into. You don't want to go past it. The initial point of recognition, I just remembered, where you recognize that that muscle is stretching. Hold that until you start to feel it relax. You really do want to allow the muscle to stop contracting, okay? As soon as you feel that, you're going to take your inside hand. This will be my right hand, okay? And we're going to turn our shoulders. Now, when you turn those shoulders, you want to try to feel like those hips are staying level. You don't want to drop out here like this. One way to make sure that is to make sure your right knee is still pointing straight forward, okay? Turn those shoulders as hard as you can. If this is where you are, it's not about where your hand is. It's about where your shoulders are. Turn your shoulders as much as you can. Hold level hips and breathe. Hang out. Breathe. You're going to feel a whole pattern of muscles in this stretch. Your glutes, your hip flexors. There are a ton of muscles that are going to be stretching in this position, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying not to isolate. We're trying to stretch patterns. Okay, this hand, going to come down. Now it's going to be outside your right foot. You're going to take your left foot, your back foot, you're going to pull it in a hair closer, about 4 to 6 inches. Then you're going to push that heel, this heel, back toward the floor as hard as you can, okay? Then the hips, you're going to try to extend up toward the ceiling, and then let everything drop. Head, everything. Relax as much as you can. Calf muscle stretching, hips are stretching, back is stretching, and breathe. Soon as you start to feel that stretch release, whether it be 20 or 30, just hold it until you're ready to move into the next stretch. You can pause me. If you've got this down by now, you can turn me off. I'm sure you'd like to. Okay, let's take it out to the other side. Hands inside, both hands inside, hips level. Drop the hips down. Breathe. Breathe. Very important when you're stretching, as when you're training, that you breathe. We are really trying to relax. Let everything go. As soon as we feel it, we're going to turn those shoulders. Try to make sure we're pointing that in. When you point that hip in this way, make sure it's pointing forward, man. You're gonna feel a major stretch across that left glute. It's a good one. Breathe. Hips down. And that's it. If you get more comfortable, let it go. If you can't hold this position, drop your knee on your back knee onto the floor. You're still getting a stretch. Keep turning those shoulders. Doesn't matter where your hand is. It can be here, here. Matters where your shoulders are. Okay? Bring it down. Bring that back foot 4 inches closer. Heel down, hip up, and relax. Sometimes it's hard to relax, especially after you've been working hard, but just keep trying to find a comfortable position, okay? Let it all go. Breathe, relax. Let it all go. And now we're gonna bring right foot forward, okay? And we're just gonna stay down there. And breathe. And then again, as Kristen likes to say, hey, you see my underwear? Wow, okay. One vertebrae at a time. One vertebrae at a time. Let it go. One vertebrae at a time. Drop the shoulders back. I'm gonna turn towards you guys. Your palms are gonna go out. Feet are together. Let's extend those arms up and back. So what I want to see is the shoulders are not rising up from your scapula. Your scapula stays down. Your shoulders stay down, but you extend those arms up and you push those arms back. And we're not doing this. Neutral spine. Okay? Breathe. Those shoulders open up and stretch. Drop it out. I don't know about you, but I'm done. So thanks. We'll see you next time.